Said Mike Pence tried to diffuse tensions today with his interview on Fox News in the middle of the day. Listen to the vice presidential nominee thread the needle between his loyalty to Donald Trump and showing the rest of his anxious party that the ship can be righted.
The enthusiasm out there across this country for Donald Trump's message and his vision is just overwhelming. I think what Donald Trump said is he's not there yet. These are two men that are building a good relationship, and I'm very confident after Donald Trump's elected president and Paul Ryan's reelected to Congress and as Speaker of the House, these two men are going to do great things to restore this country at home and abroad. I strongly support Paul Ryan, strongly endorse his reelection. He's a longtime friend. He's a strong conservative leader. I believe we need Paul Ryan in leadership in the Congress of the United States. I talked to Donald Trump this morning about my support for Paul Ryan, our longtime friendship. He strongly encouraged me to endorse Paul Ryan in next Tuesday's primary.
Yesterday, Pence met in Arizona with John McCain, and while he was on a campaign trip, that's the same day, of course, that Trump suggested to the Washington Post that McCain has not been good enough to veterans. So, John, what is your sense of Pence's role in everything here now?
You know, if you're on a little plane and you're going through turbulence and it's like rattling around, there's a guy who's grabbing the stick. It's like the co-pilot's reached over and grabbed the stick away from the faltering pilot who like is passed out in his seat and is trying to like stabilize the plane. He's making the best of a horrible situation for him, undoubtedly, and he's doing it, I think, actually quite well, given the extremists in which he's operating. But people looking at this are going to think it's pretty weird that there's this division on so many issues, increasingly where Mike Pence is having to be in a different place than Donald Trump.
Welcome to Trump world, where things can be weird. I mean, below the radar, you talk about all the conversations below the radar that are problematic. Pence is calming down donors, Republican members of Congress, people in the media.
More than anyone else.
More than anyone else. And he's doing it, you know, people are going to say he's cashiered his credibility, etc. But he's doing it by largely being true to himself. And he can say Trump sent him out and urged him to endorse Ryan. But it's clear that Pence is trying to keep the peace within the party and to get to a place where Trump can be back winning news cycles. So, I mean, you think about the hilarity if the running mate were Newt Gingrich or Chris Christie, the kerosene that they would be pouring on things.
Horrible, yeah.
Whereas Pence is, I mean, he's out there, not in the spotlight necessarily, except for this Fox interview, but he is calming people down and giving the ticket a chance to try to regain its footing.
Gingrich and Christie are pouring gasoline even without being in the ticket. You know, like I said, he's making the best of a bad situation, but as we both know, you know, if Trump wants to drive this bus off the cliff, in the end, Pence will not be able to keep that bus from going off the cliff. And so in the end, it all comes back to Donald Trump. Again, man, God bless Mike Pence, just because that's a situation I would not want to be in.